Today, I thought we would work on how to work with a head shy horse and help them out. So we're going to do two different things today on how to help a horse who's head shy with the bridle, how to help them who's head shy with the syringe. So really you can apply the bridle one to if they're just head shy about touching their face in general. She's not very, I can touch her all over. Oh, I can't right now, sorry. I can usually touch her all over and she won't really care, but when it comes to the bridle, she's not too happy about it. She's mostly about the bit, but she's not one of the horses that you want to ride bridle or bitless or with a hackamore. So I figured since today we have a rainy day, we can't really do any rides, we'd work with them on the ground. I would like to start by saying, please make sure your horse is checked by a vet. And if they are head shy, there could be a reason, whether it's they have a sore tooth, there's something wrong in their mouth, or anywhere on their face. And there's also, if this could just be a behavioral problem, but you always want to make sure there could be an underlying health issue and that it isn't. With her, there isn't an underlying issue. She just doesn't really like taking the bit. So we're going to work with her on taking the bit, and we're going to get Royal out for the syringe work because she's probably the one who likes the syringe the least. Right here, I have her bridle. Well, it's Magic's bridle, but it's her bit. And I have our bucket of treats in an old supplement container. She knows. I think a lot of people think that treat training doesn't work with horses when it does. Almost any animal you can treat train. I don't really think that it's only pressure and release with these because I've trained Magic, her, Tango, almost all of them with treats and pressure and release. So, if you think about it, it's kind of just like more of a release. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put this lead rope over her neck. And I'm going to introduce the bridle to her. She knows where it is. Usually, once I try and we don't want that, I'm going to grab a treat or two. And whenever, oh hello, no, don't pay attention to that. I don't want her paying attention to the treat either. If she's searching for the treat and not paying attention to the task at hand, then she's not going to get the reward. But if she is just knowing it's there, it's fine. But right now, she's looking for the treat rather than the task at hand. I'm going to go ahead and offer this bridle to her. And if she puts her mouth to it, if she shows a proper interest to the bit, I'm going to reward her. So let's see how long this takes. Good girl. She's paying a little bit too much attention to the treats right now, so I'm going to let her go ahead and ignore that. When she ignores it and brings her attention over to the bridle, then she'll get a treat. Right here, she's looking for the treat still, so she doesn't get any reward for this. Good girl. Now right there, still looking for the treat, but she kind of took notice in that bridle, and I'm fine with that. if she's gonna get too handsy, I might give her a swat because I don't like that. Nope. 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 I'm really pushing her face away because if these treats get too distracting, I will put them away. If that becomes the main focus. Now, because of how she's acting, I'm going to go ahead and put this over her head. When she relaxes that head and she comes back to me, then she'll get a bit. I like that licking and chewing going on there. When she comes back to me and reconvenes, then she'll get a treat like that. Good. I'm gonna just offer that bit, and if she takes it nicely and she lets this happen, then she'll get another treat. Good girl. She's done this a little bit, probably only once. She took that bit nicely, I give her a treat. Now, if your horse hasn't done this before, if they let you put it on and they're gentle and they're patient and they allow it, I would put that bit in and take it right out as soon as they do it how they should. And since she's done this before, I put it in, let her sit there for a minute, and gave her a treat. You can do that after a couple times of letting it sit in there when it's done correctly. Hi. But just for this one, I'm gonna try that again. This will take probably multiple sessions. It's not something that you magically fix. It does take a lot of consistent work. She's coming back to me looking for that treat. And because, like I said, she's getting too distracted by that treat, she's not gonna get it. She's probably not gonna get it for the rest of this session just because of that, but she took that bit nicely. I'm gonna hold it there for a second. Give her a good girl. Didn't even hook it onto her this time. Let her be peaceful with it. But she's not gonna get any treats until she stops paying attention to treats. She'll get to, maybe at the end of the session, if she stops paying attention and looking for them. I haven't really treat trained her much before. Not like uncommon for them to just be like, oh, I just get a lot of treats. So it will take time for them to realize this is my reward for doing it correctly. So a lot of, you want kind of like a cue word, so when they do something correctly, it could just be a good girl, or if they do something incorrectly, you say, good girl, good girl. Now she took it away. When she brings that back to me, yeah. All right, I know. Okay, editor Zoe here. Looking back at it now, I really should have released when she does what she's about to do, so I would recommend doing that in a situation like what's coming. She's paying a lot less attention to the treats now. She's paying a lot more attention to me. I'm going to offer that bridle up again. I'm going to do a little more. Good girl. That is kind of what I want. I'm going to just offer that bit right here. She takes it. Then I'm going to let her take it. She took that so well, so I'm just going to drop it right out. Good girl. Now, I kind of want you to notice the steady progression from in the very beginning when she didn't know there were any treats at all and she kind of just didn't care. That treat is slowly making a positive association, and hopefully after a couple of times doing this, she'll realize that bridle equals treat. Now, if she lets me, without issue, put this bit on with her head like this, good girl. Good girl. Very good. Good girl. Girl. And I'm going to take it out. Now, usually it would take her like a couple minutes to get her bridle on. Offer that again. And my next step is letting her put my hand over her head, because I didn't do that when we were doing it before. So now with my hand over her head, that's kind of really signaling to her that this bridle's about to go in. So her reaction is very important. And she let me just pop it right in there. She's a little like fighting with it. She has to hold it in this time. And she stopped messing with that. Good girl. She stopped messing with it. We give her a reward. You can, even if it's not treats, give him scratches. My hand's going up here, and I'm gonna hold my bridle in this hand. Good girl. She's not reacting big. That's so good. That's so good. I'm gonna open it up again. How she reacts is going to really make that more bigger. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. She took that really nicely. Now she is expecting a treat because she did that, and that's fine. She can expect that treat, but I want her to know that the treat is not what she should be paying attention to the whole time. It should be the task at hand. If they're having a problem with their head being up and it's really not just the bridle, like they're fine with the bridle getting put in, but they're really tall and you need them to put their head down, you can just teach them how to do that by putting some pressure on their pole, and they lower their head, you give them a treat. Good girl. So then eventually you can touch the top of their head and they lower it. And now I'm gonna try this one last time. Gonna see how she does it here. I put it on the other. See how she does. She did so good for that. So I'm just gonna take that right back off. And I'm gonna end it on that. About 17 minutes. It took less than that to work with her. So it really does not take that long at all. I'm very proud of how she's already showing a difference from just the start of this video to now. Now we have Miss Royal here. She is pregnant, not just fat. And she actually has quite a problem with the syringe. She actually injured my mom's arm pretty bad almost 2 years ago now, when she tried to deworm her. She has quite a problem with the syringe and does not like it at all. And for this one, I have this syringe here filled all the way up with watered down syrup. You can also use molasses or applesauce. It doesn't really matter as long as it's something that you can suck up in a syringe. You want it to just be able to go in a syringe. And she does not like the syringe. She's actually a lot better about this right now, but see, like that head throwing is what we really don't want. So I'm gonna let her sniff it. This is still much better than what she is, so this is good. I want her to just know that it tastes good though. She comes over here and smells it. That head throwing is not what we want. She can smell that it's sugary. There might be some vitamin E on this that doesn't taste too good too, but it's okay. Because she'll realize that it tastes good once she actually puts it in her mouth. Now, make sure when you're doing this, you are standing off to the side. You don't want to be in the way of them if they decide to do something reactive. Same with the bridle thing. She knows I'm still here. This just gives her the choice of coming over here.
I should have explained this better, but I want her to let me touch the syringe to her face and then reward that.
And let her smell it. You know, rub it on her mouth. She'll taste it. Look at that. She's tasting it. Really ask her. This is how she injured my mom's arm. I'm just standing here and holding her head now. She's deciding to take that as something she wants to move away from. I'm going to touch it to her mouth. Good. She's being a little sour now. Good. Good. Good girl. That is much better. Good girl. Now these are specific cases toward our horses that I can work with on this and show. But really, it's just a positive association, and you can do this with any problem. Like I said, lowering the head, if she doesn't want me touching a certain part of her. I'm just gonna offer it. She really does not have to take it, but I want her to take it. So I'm trying to really show the benefit of that. But it's pretty tough for her. I'm gonna really offer some extra support now. Good girl. You gotta put that syringe to her now. Nope. Nope. Good girl. Good girl. Nope. Good. Nope. Good girl. Nope. Good. Nope. She's letting me just keep it right there. That's what I want. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. If she's gonna let me just keep that right there and not do that head throwing, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. If she's gonna let me put it right to her lip and just keep it there, that's a good girl. That's a good step. It might not end on that goal that I wanted it to be, where she let me put it in her mouth calmly. But it's gonna be on a good note. Okay, nope. And Statue's not gonna get a treat for that one. Good girl. If she's showing interest in this, that's fine. But I don't want her going away from it. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. I just end on this. This might be what we end on today. That's fine. When we do this again, I want to start at this. I don't want to start. So it's fine if we end farther away than the goal. Yeah. I do try to always set goals for rides that are with training, but I'm not always going to reach them. It's okay if we don't.